let's listen to what we got so far, give you an idea of what we're working with before we go on. Let's listen to what we've done so far.
I guess I never thought that we would be in this situation. I guess I always thought that love would be a part of us, but I was wrong. Guess I should have.
Okay, there's actually two things I'm doing here. Well, it's one thing I've done and it's something else I'm going to do. One of the problems I encountered when I was listening to this behind the scenes, when I was getting to this point, so I wouldn't waste a lot of the video, was I put in a dehisser. You can see right there, to the far left, you see a dehisser. I put that on there. I didn't put it on the whole track because I didn't want to like take away from the compression that I've done already on the lead vocal. So I put a dehisser on there to get rid of the noise, annoying popping noise that I was hearing, and it seems to work fine. But the other thing I'm about to do is, as you can listen to this track right here, if you focus on track 4, you're gonna hear a popping noise when this comes in, and that's due to the compression I have on it. And I'm gonna try something to fix that. I'm gonna let you listen to it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna solo this so you can hear it better. What I'm talking about. Listen.
But I was wrong.
Actually, it sounds like it might even need a dehisser in there. Let's listen to it one more time.
But I was wrong.
Now, what I'm going to try to do, there's two ways I can attack this. One, there is a trick that you can use to try to offset the fact that you hear noise when that comes in. And what that is you slice the track a little bit. Matter of fact, let's zoom in on this a little bit so we can see a little better. I mean, as you can see, there's like a separation from this point to this point. That's not, I don't think that's where I want to do it at. I'm going to listen to it and figure out where exactly I want to slice it.
But I was...
And actually, too, I'm hearing like a breath in there, too. Remember I told you how you want to try to clean up stuff? Let's try to clean that breath up first and even see if that might be our whole problem. I doubt it. But so you can see I like move the track so that it comes in right where I'm starting to sing. Let's see if that helps with that annoying noise I'm hearing.
But I was...
Now it's even more. You hear that? There's two ways I can do that. I can put another dehisser on this particular part, or I can try to use a trick I'm going to try. Well, let's do that one more time. I want to make sure where exactly I'm going to cut this at. Okay, what we're going to try to do is, like I said, this may work, it may not work. It's another trick. All right, we're going to start from right here. We're going to slice that. You can see I just cut that in half. Right now I'm going to highlight that track. I'm going to right click on it. When I right click on it, I'm going to go down to process. Right, I'm going to go up from process to fade in, and what we're going to do is we're going to fade in the track, hoping that as soon as the p sound hits, it's at a much lower volume. And then when it comes in, pretty much, it'll come in at maximum level, and it won't sound so harsh when we do it. Now, when you hit the OK, you want to do new version, because if you do current continue, it will do everything on this track. So every portion of the track will be affected, not just a small portion of the track. So let's do new version. All right, now let's listen to it, see if it works. And let's start a little bit further on so we can give a chance for the compression to work. Here we go. Let's try it. Okay. Why didn't I hear anything on that? Do it again. Okay, I've seen the lost audio on this thing. That's a cakewalk issue. I'm sorry, a sonar issue. Let's try again, see if I got audio back. You see how that comes in and it's not as harsh? Let's do it one more time.
Be a part of us, but I was wrong. Guess I should have seen it.
Okay, so that corrects that problem. So that's pretty much gone now. That's a trick that you can use when you've got problems like that. Like I said before, you've got the dehisser, which works. I use it on part of the track. You've got the ability to slice and to do a fade in, and that fade in eliminated that problem. Now, for the most exciting part of this whole process, I love the part we're about to get to now. Actually, there's two places I can go with this. Let me make this a little smaller so I can see things a little more now. I don't need to stretch this out anymore. Let's see if we can make this smaller. Okay, not that small. That's too much. That's a little more. Okay, that's good. Now what we're gonna do now is actually let's also. Well, that's the width. Let's also bring it in, bring it up a little more too, so we can see what's below it. That's a little too much. You can see everything is like really small. I think that's where. Whoops, it's kind of hard to get exactly where you want to be at. I think that's where I want to be. Okay, and we've made this really big too. Let's make that smaller too, so we can work with things a little better and see a lot of other stuff on here because we're gonna mix a few things. Okay, now there's two things I could do here. I can go for the reverb. I always like to do the reverb and the echo like last. So right now what I want to do is I want to put an effect on the change portion of the song, or some people call that the bridge portion of the song. Let me just see where. I believe it's right here. Let's listen to that.
'Cause I know that you gave up on me. You gave up on us. Guess you really don't love me anymore.
And as you can see, that is really, really bad. See something that we have to do something with that. So before I can even go in, I have to fix this too. Let me listen to it again.
Don't love me anymore.
Okay, that is just as bad as the other one was, if not worse. Alright, so let's go ahead and fix that one also. We're going to try the same trick. Now remember, that trick may work on it, it may not work. It doesn't always work. So we're going to try to come in about right here, slice it right there, and we're going to fade it in. As you can see, with mixing vocals, there's a lot of stuff you come across that you have to deal with. And a lot of people are doing their own tracks now, people doing demos and stuff like that. So you really have to be a jack of all trades as far as being able to fix things. And you gotta have an ear to know when something needs to be fixed. That's important. We're gonna try the same effect. I'm gonna hit process here, and of course we're going to do new version of it. And now I might have done that too much because I don't see, when I look at the wave, I see just a flat line there. So I might have done that too much. I might have to adjust that, but let's listen to it. Let's back it up, give it a little time for the compressor to work, and let's listen to it.
Guess you really don't love me.
That seems to happen a lot there. Why does it do that? I don't know. Let's hit, I think we hit a couple buttons before and then turn it back on. Let's listen again.
Really don't love me.
Okay, that's not what's happening. What you're listening to, somehow there's an audio problem.
Love me anymore.
Okay, that's the way it's supposed to sound. I don't know why this is doing that. Maybe it's because I'm recording now, and maybe it's taking up a lot on the processor. I don't know. But when it does play the audio, you can see that it worked. Let's do it one more time. Listen to it.
Really don't love me anymore. Now I know that you gave up on love. You don't want.
Now I'm toying around with the idea of either doubling up this vocal here, or I don't want to do it harmony. I got a little harmony going on already. You know, I think I'm gonna leave that the way it is. I think I'm gonna leave that the way it is. I might put another effect on it. We're gonna leave that the way it is. Okay, we're gonna work on the delay right now. The delay on the lead voice. Now, as I told you before, the way I'm gonna do this is not the traditional way that a lot of people do it. A lot of people use effects. There are a lot of effects you can use to delay a voice. A lot of them work really, really well, but they don't give you the kind of control of what I'm going to do. So here's what we're going to do to make this work. We're going to make a duplicate, an exact duplicate of this track. Okay, we got the track duplicated. Now what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the second part. Matter of fact, let's change the name of it first so that we know what we're dealing with here. So this is going to be VOX echo. All right, and now I'm gonna make my view very, very small so I can see everything on that track. And I think that needs to be a little smaller. Okay, I see everything on that track. Now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight everything. At least we're going to try to highlight everything on the track, because that didn't highlight everything on the track. Let's do it again. Right there. Here we go. Okay, now everything on that track is highlighted. Now we're going to make it a size where we can actually work with it now, because obviously that's nice. Now what you want to do is, if you haven't already figured out what I'm going to do, I'm going to push this track back a little bit to make it like an echo sound. To make it sound like I got like a continuous echo. And I gotta get the timing right, so let's listen to it and see where the timing should be.
I guess I never thought that we.
Now that's like not enough. I want more of a delay. Echo, delay, whatever. So let's push it back a little further. Like maybe like right here. Let's listen to it.
I guess I never thought that we.
It's still not right. Right. Let's undo move. Now, see, what sucks about that is I have to re-highlight again because I messed up on when I was doing that. So let's go back and highlight again. I don't think that's all of it. So let's go back and okay, there we go. Okay, gotta highlight again. And you gotta play around with it to get where you want it to be at. And I might want to just listen to it and just figure out where my echo. Let me put this. I'm gonna put this on mute. I'm gonna listen to the lead vocal and try to figure out where I want this to come in. Just give me a second here.
I guess I never thought that we.
That's what I want to hear. So I guess I never. So it should be, I guess I never.
I guess I never thought.
So it's going to be right at this bump, I believe, right about here. So that's where my my echo should come in at, I believe. Let's listen to it, see if I'm right.
I guess I never thought that we.
Of course, it would help if we put the track on. Listen to it again.
I guess I never thought that.
That's just a little too fast. Now we're going to go super in so that, and let me make sure that I'm on the right point up here when I do this. Let me right click on here. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go on 60 frames per second. It gives me a little more control over it. I guess now I want to actually come in right there. So let's move this. And I think that should be about right. Let's listen to it and see.